Critical Mass, February 22nd, 2016. A fun fact, well, not fun fact, freaky fact. My mother told me today that I think her uncle or cousin who had given my parents, their first dining room set, who was then murdered, I think, is buried in the same cemetery as Son of Sam Berkowitz. I was like, she just found that out because she knew somebody who, through somebody she knew, something with I don't know. Someone knew somebody. They said, "Yep, he's buried in that cemetery." So I don't know, but and it's somewhere. It's Jersey, not that far from here. Wow, very interesting. And she told me today, everybody's wearing Fitbits today at tennis. Everybody's wearing Fitbits. I was like, oh, it's a thing. But of course, she noticed that I had abrasion from this Fitbit, which is awesome. This thing always screws up. I had to put it on this wrist because I got a freaking rash. I was like, oh, I love the Fitbit. And I read somewhere that it's happened a lot. So it's this rubber material, whatever. But I'm not taking the goddamn thing off. And I just did. So I was like, what? So what happened today? Yes. Oh. So it's funny. I've watched every episode of Walking Dead. I think her name is Michelle. Finally, her and Rick tie the knot. And there's a guy who calls himself Jesus, and bad things are going to happen. But it was a good episode. Not a great episode, but a good episode. I don't even think, I was like, it was about time. The sexual tension was getting quite tense, for lack of a better word. Also, I listened to a lot of talk radio today, sports talk radio, of course, and the Yankees built a hill for working out because they want to cut back in injuries. I call it more like an inclined driveway. And they were making fun of it today. They also were making fun of the Gronk had a beach party, and from what I haven't looked at pictures because A, I could give two shits, and B, I could give two shits. But they were making fun of that there was a lot of guys with shirts off, muscular guys dancing together. A lot of guys, not a lot of women. And supposedly, there was a couple that was dancing, and Gronk was going to give them $10,000 cash to have sex in front of everybody. I don't know if they took the 10,000 or decided to balk on it, but yeah, sorry I missed it. Sounds like a great time, and he's partying with his dad. Now his dad, I'm sorry, I just think there's a that's like going to bars now. I think when we went to a bar and I'm like, yeah, or going to a club. One of my friends still goes to clubs, and I'm like, or goes out, and he's like, I'm on Facebook and everybody puts pictures up, and I'm all just like, dude, man, that's not my world. Never really was my world, but even now it's even less of my world. It's just weird. It's just weird. It's just weird. So, no, not doing that. And Panda Bear, who's on the Red Sox now, there's a picture of him with his gut hanging out of his shirt. He actually came in fatter this year than last year. This guy signed, I think, a $80 million contract. I don't have the exact terms, but I should look it up before I talk about it so I know what I'm talking about. But I do know what I am talking about when I see that picture. He is huge. I don't know what he did this whole offseason except eat a lot of donuts. A lot of donuts. Because it makes me think of that Saturday Night Live with Belushi, where he does the ad for chocolate donuts, and he sprints through the line, and he has a cigarette in his hand, and he goes, "It's these little chocolate donuts." It's a great ad. Well, that's what Sandoval looks like. I just think it's pathetic, you're a professional athlete. And the Yankee Hill, come on, really? I just thought they were talking about that. I was watching them run up and down the hill today. There's nothing to talk about because the Yankees suck. They were talking today about this StubHub where you can't get tickets on StubHub because they're selling tickets for reduced value. And the Yankees are like, hey, man, we want to sell it for the same exact value. We don't want to sell it for cheaper. We want to make double the money off this shit. Hey, it's business. Why not? But the legend seats. My brother has sat and he said the food back there is out of control. I've never been back there. Of course he has. Didn't call me. No, not me. I got Scrooged. It's all right. I didn't really get Scrooged. No biggie. Can't eat a lot of that stuff anyway. So, yeah, I'm tired. I gotta be up early. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. God damn it. And we're saying 5 to 8 inches next week. So it was 50 degrees today, almost 60 on Saturday, and now it says we're gonna snow next week, which I really don't want. That's gonna piss me off. Well, tonight I have Lucifer, the last of the 6 of Lucifer. X-Files, Supergirl, Superstore, season finale, which I thought was kind of quick, but it was a short season. And oh, Better Call Saul, love it. If you haven't seen it, start watching it. It's freaking awesome. All right, folks. Yeah. Hey, Panda Bear. Maybe cut down to the. Now he's in training camp. I don't know what's going to happen, man. Oof. Take him buffet only. Only buffet. You take him a la carte, you're out of a lot of money. I ain't kidding. I ain't kidding. I ain't kidding. I ain't kidding. Oh, awesome. I love this Bluetooth thing that never works. Never works. Never works. Never works. Never works. Never